Hey guys, Daniel here, and go ahead and introduce yourself, sweetie.
My name's Angel.
My girlfriend Angel, and yeah, she's actually, anybody here ever watches any of my WCPW stuff, anytime there's anybody throwing something off camera, or any kind of camera movements, or you was the intern when I bit your hand when I was pretending to be Pete Dunne, it's her. She is the woman behind the camera, and yeah, we're here to introduce our brand new show, The Opening Match. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, oh, are we really going to do another retro one-match analysis show? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. That's exactly what we're doing. Why the opening match, you may ask? Well, logically, it's really the only other place we can go now. I mean, because I already have the main event that I host, where I review a main event match. And then we got Mid-Card Mania, the show that me and Steve review, where we take the middle match out of the card. So where else can we go but the bottom of the list at the opening match of each match, But let's analyze the opening match, shall we? Because typically, and we're talking like kayfabe, the opening match is typically your jobbers and your rookies. Because you've got an actual boxing card or an MMA card. Your main eventers are up here. Your rising stars and your falling stars from the top, they all kind of meet in the middle. But at the bottom, it's either your jobbers who are just constantly on a loose streak or your new guys coming in. And wrestling used to be the same way. That was where you see those people. However, now card placement doesn't really matter at all. WWE just does not give a shit. And they're just like, we'll just have world title matches open our pay-per-views now. So yeah, and it's a lost art. Now, in reality, that was like the kayfabe reason that was the opening match. The real reason is the first match kind of sets the tone and the mood to get the crowd going, gets them excited. You gotta get their blood pumping, get excited for the pay-per-view, so you have, an exciting match opening up. And that's where we come in. We're going to go ahead and analyze and review all the matches, all the opening matches of the pay-per-views. And it's going to be the same format as before. We start with WrestleMania 1 and work our way through all the pay-per-views. Now, here's the interesting thing about this. Is why I got her as my co-host. Because, sweetie, if I'm not mistaken, you are not, and I repeat, not a fan of professional wrestling, right? No.
I never was around it.
She just never watched it. And this is more of an experiment on my behalf. I'm just curious what would happen if I brought somebody in who has, no knowledge of wrestling, never actually watched a full match, except for, I guess you count the matches she watches with me, sort of, when I'm watching wrestling. But she don't really watch the matches, she's usually on her phone. So, I guess those don't even count, right? I mean, because you're not really watching them. So, this is somebody who's never watched wrestling or had any interest in it, giving it a shot. And I know you're thinking, well, Daniel, why don't you throw her in there with good matches, the famous matches? Because have you ever tried to show a friend who doesn't like wrestling a good match? I had a friend of mine who hated wrestling. I'm like, hey, watch the Mankind versus Undertaker match from King of the Ring, Hell in a Cell. Oh, it'll change your mind. And it didn't. I threw him an awesome fucking match, and he was just like, this is still stupid. And I was like, ugh. So I don't do that now. Now if I'm trying to get someone into wrestling, I just let them watch mediocre shit and then see if that builds them up. If they like that, they'll move on to good stuff. You're a rookie, sweetie. And all rookies start on the opening match. So, where will we bring this to you within a couple weeks or so? So, anything else you want to add, sweetie?
No.
No? Alright, well, for Angel, I'm Daniel, and we'll be catching you guys at the opening match.